When politicians insult Muslims, whether abroad or our fellow citizens, when a mosque is vandalized or a kid is called names, that doesn't make us safer. That's not telling it like it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, an obvious shot at Donald Trump in the State of the Union. Joining us now is Tom DeLay, former U.S. House Majority Leader and former Congressman from the state of Texas. Congressman, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Steve. Great to be back.
Thank you. All right, so why do you think that wasn't the only reference aimed at Trump, or that you could tell he was talking about Trump? Why do you think Obama made so many hits on Trump, as it were, yesterday?
Well, he's setting up the campaign, but I got to tell you first, Steve, I'm a little upset that the Congress even invited him to come give the State of the Union.
How so?
Well, just the week before, he violated the law. He trashed the Congress. He went around the Congress. He's a lawless president. He trashed individual members, and they should have disinvited him. But even if they didn't disinvite him, one of the good things that came out of this is Obama. It is Obama, and he got to describe his 7 years, and the American people are rejecting his speech. Going after Trump this was just a campaign speech again, and nothing but a political speech.
Yeah, so you think it had to do with the presidential campaign. All right, so now Trump, in the aftermath, Nikki Haley gave a response which many, including me, interpreted at the time that there might have been some hits on Trump there. She said we shouldn't listen to the loudest voices. She made reference to that twice. Today she admitted Trump was one of those voices. And Donald Trump has responded that Nikki Haley is weak on immigration and not very good to be my vice president. So talk about what you think Haley did, if it was right or wrong, and is Trump within his rights to respond by knocking Haley the way he did?
Well, first let me say, I thought Nikki Haley gave one of the best speeches I've ever heard. Now, that particular part, I wish she had left it out. But I think she was absolutely right when she alluded to the fact that leadership on both sides of the aisle has been very poor. And that's why people are outraged right now. I wish she hadn't got in between the establishment and Trump. I'm not a defender of Trump. I'd never vote for him. But at the same time, she gave one heck of a speech. And I wish some of these candidates would see the tone, the vision, the way she delivered it, and start doing that. I think they would be better off.
All right, so, okay, that's interesting because, I just thought that bringing up that the Republicans have some blame to share in Washington, I didn't think this was the place to do it. But do you think Trump was correct, though, in directing some displeasure with Haley and criticizing her?
Well, I don't really know her record in South Carolina. All I know is what I read. She's very popular. I saw yesterday that she has 80% of favorable rating in South Carolina, so she's doing something right.
Right. All right. I had the governor of your great state on yesterday, and I asked him if he was supporting Cruz. He said he's keeping his options open, and he didn't cite the birth certificate at all of that. But, Trump has been criticizing Cruz on citizenship. Is there any worry in your mind that Cruz is not eligible?
Well, I got to say, I've had this problem ever since Cruz announced. There is a difference between the definition of natural born and naturalization, and it has not been settled by any branch of government. So I think Cruz needs to address this in some way, because I think it is a cloud right now in Iowa.
Does he need to go to the courts?
Well, that's probably the most expedient way to do it. He can't do anything through Congress. Congress isn't going to pass any bill to protect him, and I'm sure Obama wouldn't sign anything. But so the courts is he's going to the courts if he's a nominee. I think Trump is right in that. The Democrats will use every avenue available to them. They sued me over a ballot issue.
What?
They'll sue him. He'll end up in the courts one way or another.
When it comes to conservative track record, you say you're not a fan of Trump. I know that. Who has the more conservative true track record in your mind, Cruz or Trump?
Oh, Cruz, by no doubt. Trump has no conservative track record.
And
He
who?
just won
Yeah.
that this year.
All right. And who has a better chance of beating Hillary at this point? Do you believe?
Any Republican.
No, no. But if it had to be Cruz or Trump, who would you think has a better shot of winning? If the in the general.
Well, I hate to limit it to that because I think Rubio's still in it.
Okay.
I think others could rise up. I really believe that any of the Republicans can beat an indicted Hillary Clinton.
Wishful thinking. I like that. I like that. Congressman, always great to talk to you, sir. Have a great day. We'll speak to you soon.
Thank you, Steve. Great to be with you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tom DeLay. Up next, the host of Full Measure, Sharyl Attkisson, will be here. Don't miss this.